Item 9, discussion and possible action to appoint the following applicants to the EDC Board of Directors. A, Elliott Kelly to open seat, 6 term expiring October 2024. B, Lane Wakefield to open seat 7, the term expiring October 2025. Both applicants are here. After looking at their resumes, both are definitely qualified, but I have concerns about both of them. Being part of the EDC, you promote Lorena. I-35 is their biggest and by far our best asset. Our school district's the second best. I don't care what you do in the school district. That's not my business. All right? But when you represent Lorena, we have to be unified and we have to walk out there straight. Now, with that being said, I don't have a vote. But that is exactly how I feel. And that's, I would not recommend this happening. But again, I don't have a vote. So I'd entertain a motion or we can discuss it. And you will get a chance to address the council here in a minute.
I'd be interested in hearing what the discussion was at the EDC.
Okay. Kelly, Brad?
So we have 2 open seats on the EDC as of right now, and it's been somewhat troublesome filling those seats. And I spoke to Mr. Wakefield before the last election when he was running for school board, and we had a pretty good conversation. Prior to that, I have never met him, other than the conversation we had then. And so I reached out to him a couple of weeks ago, just before our meeting, shortly before our EDC meeting this month, and asked them if they would consider applying for EDC. Well, I asked Mr. Wakefield, and then he mentioned he had another someone else that would be interested, Mr. Kelly. So after a couple of conversations, felt pretty good about it. They submitted the applications. We voted to recommend them on the EDC. Up until then, as far as community involvement, other than the school board and things like that, we had no, knowledge of them or, prior acquaintances or anything like that. It was brought up over the last week, just some things that are happening in the community that obviously are quite contentious, and so those I do think those need to be weighed as far as who is sitting on different boards and how we promote the community overall. It would be, coming down to a motion or a vote, my thought would be to at least table it until, some further conversation and discussion could be had, and or additional applicants, just to kind of, see who else out there might be interested. But other than that, there wasn't any extensive discussion as far as the EDC.
Okay.
Thank you for explaining that. I think having seen a lot of what's out there, I agree with the mayor. I think that the reason people come to Lorena is the school district. A lot of what the EDC does is drive business into Lorena. Having had conversations with at least one of the big businesses that has come here, it's been mentioned numerous times how important the school district is, and I think that just worries me. What might come if that mutual respect is not there, or at least that's what I've seen. I think that's just hard to walk back. That's just my thought.
Okay. Anybody else?
Well, because tagging on to what Brad said, that there wasn't an extensive information, the EDC only had these two small snippets of these individuals. I had reached out, regardless of everything else that happened, had reached out to both of the applicants and asked them to come and present their information idea so that they could provide the council with information about their aspects and their interest and abilities and how they felt like it would or wouldn't apply to supporting economic growth of Lorena.
Thank you. I've met Mr. Wakefield. I don't know Mr. Kelly. I know they both go to church, First Woodway. I know I've been a member there 37 years. I see them there pretty much every Sunday morning, and I appreciate that. I will tell you this. Lorena, and I'm an outsider. I've been here 10 years. And I truly believe that we stick together. And we have to be unified. And the EDC is an important part, and it will become even more important as more people develop or as more businesses come in and more things develop. We're constantly meeting with people. We're constantly looking at stuff. And, you know, the biggest drawback has been water. Well, we're moving forward with that. We're moving forward with a lot of things. And I just, you know, I think we need to be unified. And our school district, the first thing people bring up to us when we're sitting in that room in there is that how great our school is. And I do not, again, it's your fight. I don't care. But it's very adversarial to serve on the city's committee and you're in controversy with school. And that's my thought process, and I'm just being very plain spoken, as most of you know I can be. So, anyway, any other questions or comments? Then I'd entertain a motion.
Do we want to provide
Whatever
them
you want to do.
to address?
Well, the discussion would be after.
Yeah, discussion would be after a motion and second, if it gets seconded.
My motion would be that we don't approve these two individuals for the EDC, and I think we continue to look for other individuals.
Motion by George not to approve the two individuals and continue looking. Second.
Second.
Second by Mackenzie. Gentlemen, would you like to address the council?
Sure.
You don't have to.
I'll keep it brief.
Okay.
I haven't met everybody. I figured I'd introduce myself and say what I'm here for, and maybe that'd help you understand maybe what I'm about a little bit. Either way, maybe you've already made your mind up about who I am from what you've read or what you've seen. But I'm Lane Wakefield. I'm in the marketing department at Baylor University, so I haven't talked to Brad. Seems like there was a fit for not having anybody, or currently not anybody with a lot of marketing expertise, best I could tell, on the EDC at this point. I think there probably is some, but maybe there's some aspects of what I know about that might be able to help. That's how we got here. In the last week, I hear it characterizes, at least speaking for myself, that I have conflict with the school. I think it depends on how you define school. I'd say I'd stick up for many in the school. That's including teachers, some administrators, and many parents. So I don't see that as against the school at large. I think it's actually for the school to have more integrity than what they've had. Now, some people disagree with that and see it differently, I understand, but just so you know where I stand on it and what I feel I'm doing is not adversarial as much as it is seeking truth and trying to amplify truth. So if people don't like that and try to make it more adversarial or don't like conflict, then they can label that as they wish. But that's, I guess, my side of it, not looking to harm or hurt, but only to find truth and amplify it. So if it comes to EDC down the road, fantastic. I'm looking for ways to help. And I think it's why Brad reached out anyway. So business is kind of one of those things for me. Looks like it's not the case for here for now, and that's okay. I think God's got a place for each of us to go and do different things, and doors open and close for reasons that He's in control of. So thank you for not having to make us sweat it out. You can figure it out real quick. That's helpful for me to go on to maybe the next thing. But good to meet some of you that I hadn't met yet, and some that we've met maybe over the phone or text, but not in person. Thanks.
Thank you. Kelly?
Mayor, Council, thanks for having me. Yeah, I had also been talking with Lane about getting more involved in our community. The only thing I would say about the school district thing is that we're not against the school district. We lived in Woodway. We moved here for the school district and the community, and we have a great sense of pride over the last 3 years that we've lived here in that community and making it better. And that's my sole opportunity that I see with the Economic Development Corporation and the conversations I had with Brad, is just to make sure that Lorena grows and it grows smart. We have, again, no problem with the school district itself, and my wife's been very involved in that. I have been working, so I have not been as vocal about it, but we are confident in the things that we believe in, what we've seen at the school, and I don't think that necessarily carries over to conversations with folks interested in coming to Lorena for economic opportunity. I think if somebody were to ask me, well, how do you think about the Lorena School District? I would say it's the best in this area. That's why I live here, right? And so, again, if you guys have made up your mind on that, that's totally fine. But we appreciate the opportunity I appreciate the opportunity to speak in front of you today. I don't know if you care to hear any about the background, but maybe in future, maybe there's other opportunities in the future. So I just wanted to say thanks and good talking with you.
Thank you.
I'd like to say something.
Go ahead.
Well, your concerns, I validate them. I commend y'all putting effort behind what you think you need to do. I'm one of the most personal people you can ever meet, and I hate the term. It's not personal, it's business, but fact is fact, and EDC is business, and business doesn't like drama. And if this all blows over, please come back. If we haven't even voted yet, so I mean, we're sounding like we're shutting the door, but I respect y'all. I commend what you're doing, but it mixing at this time is, I don't see it benefiting EDC. But when all the cards fall where they may, then I'd love to see your application back. Is my opinion.
Okay. Anybody else?
I somewhat agree with Emily. Like I said, we really haven't gotten to talk about what, and maybe it's not, maybe we're not there yet. Maybe we really don't have a good picture of what your true interest is in contributing to EDC is at this point in time. But I think in the future, if you really had some opportunity to focus on what the city does and what EDC does, you're always welcome to come to any EDC meeting, regardless of the outcome, and learn more about what we do and how economic development in Lorena is crucial. Then I agree. Definitely want to have those that have learned about EDC come back and participate in developing the city going forward.
All right. Anybody else?
Jason?
Jason, he has his camera upside down. There he is.
He's there.
Look at him. He fell out with
There he is,
sleep.
there he is.
There he is. He come back. Okay.
He's there.
All right. Call for a vote.
Flanick.
Aye.
George.
Aye.
Scarborough.
Abstain.
McKenzie.
Aye.
Wetzel.
Abstain.
Vote passes. Three ayes and 2 abstentions. Thank you, gentlemen.